Okay, picture this. It's a Friday afternoon and you just worked 50 hours. You skipped lunch twice and you stayed late 3 times and your boss didn't say anything to you about it. So you pull out your phone, you open your favorite app, TikTok, whatever, right? And you drop $200 on something you probably weren't even planning on buying. And honestly, it feels completely justified to you. The thing is, what you don't realize, and what a lot of people don't realize, is that feeling is costing you over $150,000. And I'm going to basically show you exactly how it's doing that. The I deserve it impulse it's not a character flaw, and it's not laziness, it's not recklessness. It's basically what happens when hardworking people have no other way to make their effort feel real. You show up, you grind, you do everything you're supposed to, but at the end of the week, there's no trophy or anything like that on your desk. There's no ceremony, there's no tangible proof, basically, that it meant anything. So your brain tries to find one and it reaches for the easiest available reward, which is spending money, because spending money feels like evidence of your success. And it's not stupid, it's just human. But here's the thing that nobody stops to calculate: that small weekly reward we were just talking about, it doesn't stay small. $200 a week sounds reasonable and is less than 30 bucks a day, right? That's one nice dinner. It's nothing really, except $200 a week is $10,400 a year. And if instead of spending that money, you'd invested it at a pretty average 8% annual return, in 10 years, you would be sitting at literally over $150,000, right? $150,000, and not gone because you were irresponsible. It's not gone because you were reckless. It's gone because you were tired and you needed your hard work to feel like something. And that's what makes the trap so hard to see. The purchases, they feel earned, and in a way, they are, just not at that price. So I kind of want to go over how you can break that cycle without punishing yourself for working hard. And the first step in breaking that cycle is to calculate your real hourly wage. So I'm not talking about your salary divided by 40. I'm talking about your actual hourly rate. So take your after-tax income and divide it by every hour your job costs you. Commuting, getting ready, the hour you spend mentally decompressing on the couch, before you can even feel like yourself again. Most people find that number is significantly lower than they expected. And once you know that, every purchase has a new price tag. That $200 jacket isn't $200 anymore. That's 6 hours of your life. Sometimes you'll still buy it and that's fine, but now the trade-off is real. Step 2 is implement a 48-hour rule on every unplanned purchase. So don't fight the impulse necessarily, just delay it, right? Screenshot it, put it in your cart, walk away for 2 days. And what you'll find is that roughly half the time, you don't actually want the thing anymore. The urge was just about the emotion and not the item necessarily, and the emotion passes. So the money doesn't come back and the emotion will pass. So step 3 is redirect treat money to a dedicated account. So this is the move that actually replaces the reward loop. So what you do is you open a separate account, call it whatever motivates you. And every time that the I deserve it urge hits, you put the money there instead. Then you watch that number grow, because here's what nobody tells you: watching your savings climb gives you the same dopamine hit as spending eventually. And unlike the jacket, the account actually rewards you back. And we're just going to talk numbers here for a second, because that's where it starts to get a little real. So you don't have to give up treating yourself. You have to stop letting a feeling make financial decisions for you. $200 a week invested consistently, at 8% over 30 years, it's isn't 150,000. It's over $1 million, and your effort deserves a real reward. A number with that many zeros in an account with your name on it is one. That's one reward, you know? So the I deserve it trap isn't about, the money that you spend on any given Friday. It's about the version of yourself, the future self that you're quietly trading away just one purchase at a time. You work too hard to have nothing to show for it. So start making your money work just as hard as you do. I want you guys to drop your biggest money habit, good or bad, whatever it is, in the comments, and I'll take a look at them. And, if this is something that, reframed what, how you spend your money, subscribe. I try and talk real strategies every single week. So it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next one.